All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 147-pound division, where there are a lot of rumors circulating that Errol Spence Jr. will not be able to fight Terrence Crawford until late next year because of a suspension, and because Showtime Boxing doesn't want to let him fight again that soon. I heard the comments made and I've seen what people have said, and from everything that I can say, that is not true. But let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the welterweight division where there is a lot of stuff going on and things being said. So I get these things in my comment section. I've listened to what I've said, and I'm going to react to it. Two things have been said. Is first, that Errol Spence Jr., in general, that Errol Spence Jr. will not be able to rematch Terrence Crawford because he is suspended by the state of Nevada. And he also, Steven Espinoza from Showtime has said that that fight will not take place until late 2024 or at all. Now, before I get into the details, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much for your continued support. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. But let's talk about this. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford had a fight July 29th, in which Errol Spence Jr. was beaten by Terrence Crawford. The referee, Harvey Dock, waved the fight off in, I do believe it was the 9th round. The fight could have been stopped in the 7th round. It was a one-sided fight from the time Errol Spence Jr. got knocked down in the 2nd round all the way till it got waved off in the 9th round. Now, there's been a lot of speculation about what was wrong with Errol Spence Jr., and this is not necessarily a video about that. However, after the fight took place, the Nevada State Athletic Commission suspended Errol Spence Jr., and there was a lot of speculation about that, and people saying, wow, he got suspended, he won't be able to fight for a certain amount of time. And then Steven Espinoza gave another interview, and he said something about will this fight take place in December? And from what I could hear of what Steven Espinoza said, no, I don't see it happening in December. When you have a fight that's rough, you need to heal from that fight. You need to get over and get past that fight. And heal up and all of that. So, we're really, could it happen in December? It could happen. Will it happen? More, I would probably look towards 2024, early 2024, something like that. Right? That's my understanding of what Steven Espinoza said. Now, let me address the first one. Everybody that gets knocked out gets suspended. Everybody that gets knocked out gets suspended. In Nevada, in New York, it happens every time. This is like every single solitary time a fight is knocked out, there's videos that come out about this. And trust me, I definitely don't have any ill will, or I'm not speaking negatively of anybody that hey, said, hey man, guess what? This fighter or that fighter, Errol Spence Jr. or Deontay Wilder or Robert Helenius or any of these other guys have suspension listed underneath their box rec, because that happens every time there's a knockout. Every time that there's a knockout, they are suspended from fighting for a period of time by a sanctioning body. That is not by a state boxing commission. That is nothing unusual. I've been doing YouTube videos now for years now, and I'm telling you, the conversation happens every single solitary time somebody gets knocked out. Now, as far as Steven Espinoza and what Steven Espinoza says about the scheduling of the fight between Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford, this is the way that I take that. Number one, he's right that Errol Spence Jr. is going to need to rest up, and that is in his best interest to rest up, without a doubt, because it was a severe fight. There's definitely first of all, it looked like there's something wrong with him coming in. What it is, I'm not going to speculate, and I think it's unfair to speculate on what it is. The man has a career, and he has the right to have people at least not speculate about his impending oncoming dementia. Like, man, dude, I can't believe that doctor went out there and said that stuff. It's so irresponsible to do that. Not saying that it couldn't possibly be true. Shoot, I may wind up with dementia. I hope not. But hey, man, it is what it is. However, he has the right not to have people speculate, just wildly speculate what's going on. But as far as the need to heal, yeah, clearly you need to heal. Absolutely, positively. This fight took place in July, right? So that was the 7th month. December is 4 months away, right? That's 16, 17 weeks. No, he probably should not be fighting in December. But that's 16 and 7, that's 16 weeks. Some people have 12-week camps. That would mean he would just, after that, he would rest for a month and go right back into training and right back into sparring. No, I don't think he probably will not do that. He will probably say, hey, I would like this rematch clause exercise a little bit later in the early part of next year, maybe as late as June, or April or May of next year. Also, Steven Espinoza saying that it's really not Steven Espinoza's decision about when to make that fight and not make that fight. It's his decision about whether or not he wants to air it. And that is a business decision for Showtime. And if you're thinking it's going to be an ethical thing for him, nah, I don't think it would be. Think about all of the other fights where you've seen people beaten up badly and they come back and they fight. You've seen Deontay, the best example that I can say that strikes my mind is Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder got beat up in the second fight by Tyson Fury. And he got beat up just as bad by Tyson Fury, if not worse by Tyson Fury, than Deontay Wilder got beat up by he got beat up worse by Tyson Fury than Errol Spence got beat up by Terrence Crawford. If you remember. And guess what they did? They had a rematch. And the same people aired the fight. If that fight had been on Showtime and not on ESPN, if it had been on Showtime would have aired that fight. Without a doubt. They would have said, okay, did the doctors check him out? Doctors say that he's healthy. The state says he's healthy and able to fight. Then boom, you're going to go in there and get a man the right to fight. They're not going to block that fight from taking place because they think, well, no, there's a chance this man may get hurt. Dude, every single solitary person that gets on Showtime Boxing or ESPN Boxing has the ability to get hurt. And as many now, let me tell you, Showtime doesn't do as many mismatches as ESPN does. But God dog, ESPN most definitely doesn't care about somebody going in that ring and getting beat up and then putting them back in the ring later. These boxing networks their minds don't work like that. They work like, look, these dudes are all getting in the ring, risking their lives. This is the sport. It's a big fight. Hey, let's air the big fight. Now, will the fight do the numbers that the other one did? Probably not. Probably will not do. But I'm telling you, there was going to definitely be a morbid curiosity about it. And I guarantee you people are still going to go to that fight because that's how people's minds work. But at the end of the day, man, it's going to be up to Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford about whether they fight or not. Errol wants to fight at 154. Terrence Crawford has got to say yes to that. If I do believe that the rematch was supposed to take place this year, in order for it to move into the middle of next year or later, Terrence Crawford is also going to have to, from my understanding of what the agreement is, he's going to also have to approve that as well. So it's not just Errol, but it's primarily Errol and Terrence Crawford and deciding what they're going to do. And I don't see Terrence Crawford going off and fighting somebody else other than Errol Spence Jr. in between those. I don't see Errol Spence Jr. doing it either. Even though I would telling you if it was at all possible, I would love that they did. I would love if they did. Cannot lie. Personally, would love if they did. Not going to go in on Errol and say he needs to hang his gloves up and all that stuff. Because like I said, it's not my job to tell people when they need to retire, especially boxers. When you have all kind of boxers out there. Derek Chisora is taking so much punishment in his life, it's ridiculous. And he keeps fighting. People keep asking him to retire, and he keeps saying no, and they keep airing his fights. Right? Same thing. Deontay Wilder had 2 fights that took brutal fights that took place like that Errol and Terrence fight. And guess what? Boom, he back, knocked out Robert Helenius, and is back in there about to get into the ring with Anthony Joshua, who also, by the way, took a couple beatings, and never as severe as that one, but some nice beatings in his life, right? And that's what happens in boxing. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.